Right, brilliant. Good morning. So, today, the lovely magic circle. Just before we get into that, starting in a comfortable standing position, feet hip distance apart. Draw your shoulders up and down your back, and then close your eyes for a moment or two. Just settle into your posture. Just feel where you are in relation to the heels, so not leaning forward and not leaning backwards. And as you inhale, let your ribs expand out to the side, and as you exhale, draw the ribs down. And again, inhale and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. Lovely. As you open your eyes, grab hold of your ring. Bring your heels together, toes turning out, and then lift up onto your toes and bring the ring in front of you. So your elbows are softly bent, hands are open, and then push into the heel of the hands so that you're gently squashing the ring. You want to feel this in the back of the body. Holding, and then lower the heels down and lift. And lower and lift. Lovely. And almost leaning back, certainly not leaning forward. One more, and then lift your heels really high, and now gently pressing and letting go of the ring. Again, the focus here is in the back of the body. You will feel it in the pectoral muscles at the front, in your chest. And then hold your hands there, and gradually start to lower down. So gently pushing and releasing as you come down, bringing the ring in front of your pelvis. And then hold it there with those elbows soft. And lower the heels down and lift. And lower and lift. Keep the collarbones nice and wide. Eyes at eye level. Imagine that you're just lifting from the top of your head. And just one more, lift up, holding, and then as you pulse the arms, come back to your eye level and hold it there. And again, drop the heels down and lift. Lovely. Just two more. And then on the next one, hold it there and begin to pulse your arms coming up over your head. So it will change the focus of the movement. So now it's coming in a little bit into your shoulders and into your side waist. Lovely. And breathe. And then hold there and lower the heels and lift. And lower and lift. Great. So this is really working balance and posture and the center of the body. Just one more and lift, and then bring your hands in front of you again. You're pulsing as you come to eye level, and hold. And then release, heels to the floor. Take the ring behind you with your fingertips pointing down, and you're just going to press and release. It's tiny range of movement, squeezing into the ring, and push and release. Lovely, and again, looking straight ahead, staying vertical through the body. Feeling this in the shoulder blades, the chest slightly lifted. For two more. And one last one. As you release, just circle your shoulders up and around. And then same but different direction. And come back to the center and place the ring on the outside of your hip, feet hip distance apart. You're going to bend the elbows, you pull the hand towards the hip and release. And again, pulling in and release. You're still keeping vertical posture, shoulders nice and relaxed, collarbones open. Lovely. For 3 and 2 and 1. Excellent. And as you release, shift to the other side. Same thing, the elbows bent as you pull in and release. So you can make this really strong by drawing the elbow towards you, pushing into the heel of the hand for 3, 2, and 1 last one. Lovely. And then come back to the center, open your hands out again. Take the weight into the left foot so that your right knee can lift, and just find your balance, holding there. 1 more breath and release. Come straight onto the other side, lift that left knee, holding, and release. Come back onto your right leg, open the right knee out to the side, holding for 3 and 2 and 1. Bring the knee to the center and release. Onto the other side, left knee, and open wide for 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to the center and finish. Lovely. Ready to come to the floor. 1 foot in front, tuck the back toes, and then lower yourself down to the mat. Coming into a seated position, take your feet in front of you. Now, things to think about here. You might well need to pop your block under your bottom so that you can achieve a really flat back and good posture. Other thing to think about, if your hip flexors are getting tired, you might want to bend your knees, or some people even want to come into a cross-leg position. So there's variations there. So option 1, sitting up, legs in front of you. Open your palms again. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just push the ring down to the floor and lift it up. So you're exhaling, you're drawing the navel into the spine and lifting. Shoulders are away from your ears. You're breathing out and lift. And again, breathe out and lift. 1 more and lift. Now this time, as you breathe out, round the lower back and look straight ahead. And again, rounding and looking straight ahead. It's not the upper body, not looking to do the shoulders. It's all about that tailbone, rounding and lifting. Breathing out, pushing into the handle and lift. Breathe out. Going for 3 and 2 and 1 last one. And then come up, sitting up nice and tall. Take the left hand to the handle so the little finger is down. Inhale. As you exhale, push that left hand down, turn to your right, and then come back to the center. Sticking with the same side, breathing in, exhaling, and center. Exhaling. So there's 2 things, the depression and the rotation. Lovely. And breathe out. Go as far as you can with your rotation. Going for 2 more. And lift. So the left arm's doing quite a bit of work. And then finish and come to the center. Ready for the other side. Breathing in. Exhale, push and center. Exhale and center. As you're turning, keep both hip bones on the floor and breathe out. Have the feet flexed. Exhale for 2 more. Lovely. And just one last time. and then come back to the center. Move the ring a little further in front of you and take a little spine stretch. So you're reaching forward, stretching into your hamstrings, and then walk yourself back up. Now bring your legs together and take the ring in front of you. And again, still got your open palms. Inhale, as you exhale, turn to the right and center, and exhale, left and center. Lovely, just one more each side. You're looking for a nice flat back and the rotation coming from the navel, drawing the belly button in. And as you come to the center, now grip the ring with your hands and pull your elbows wide. Take a breath. As you exhale, pull the right elbow so it's pulling you to the right and center, and exhale, left elbow pulling you to the left. You're still keeping a long back, so long straight back. And the elbows leading you as you go from one side to the other. So the back is staying as tall as possible, shoulders away from the ears, elbows wide. One more each side. And then come back to the center. Pop the ring over your feet. Bend your elbows as you pull yourself forward, just to the point where you can feel some stretch in the hamstrings and a little bit of relief in your lower back. And then bring yourself all the way up. Take the ring in your hands and bring your arms up over your head. Now bend the elbows so that you're just touching your lower back with the ring, and then lift up. So this is the movement. Exhaling and lift. Even pressure between both hands. Lovely. Exhale. Think of the elbows staying high and lifting. Lovely. So it's triceps. You're working into the back of the upper arm. Just one more, and as you finish, pop the ring around your feet, and again bend your elbows to pull yourself forward. Find that stretch in the hamstrings, and then gently come all the way up. Lovely. So ring in your hands again. You're now going to tuck the tailbone and roll back just about halfway, and then lift yourself up. Breathing in and exhale, just rolling back halfway and coming up. So this is option one. Option two, you're going to roll all the way down to the floor. So you choose which option to go for. Take a breath, and as you exhale, peel the shoulders off the floor and gently come forward, and then sit all the way up. Breathing in, exhaling, so tucking the tailbone, rolling down, squeeze the inner thighs, make your body a long line, inhaling, exhaling, lifting up, rolling up, coming all the way, and then sit up with a flat back. Going for two more, rolling down, so the inner thighs are squeezing together, you roll down onto your back, take a breath in, exhale, roll yourself up with control, and then sitting up one last time. Exhale, take a breath in, and exhale, rolling up, coming all the way up. Pop your feet in the ring again and come forward, and then gently sitting up. Lovely. So similar move, this time tucking the tailbone and coming just to halfway, and then move your arms alongside your ears and in front. So you squeeze the inner thighs and breathe. Lovely, really good. If you're finding it too tricky, then bend the knees, or perhaps don't lean back so far. and breathe. Going for 3 and 2. One last one, and then come all the way up. Hook your feet again, bend your elbows as you come forward and straighten your legs. And then roll yourself up. Lovely. And then pop the ring, your right foot into the ring and come into a seated position. You're going to pull that knee towards your right armpit and then straighten. So think of hip mobility coming in here and straighten. Draw the knee in and push. Just one more time and push. Now straighten the leg and roll down onto your back, tucking the tailbone, coming down to the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, peel the head and shoulders, push into the ring and roll up. Lovely. And again, tucking the tailbone, smoothly coming down, taking a breath, exhale and smoothly coming up. Going for 2 more just like that. Rolling down. So imagine you really are in a straight line. You're on a balance beam. You can't move from one side to the other. Just one last time. And then exhale, rolling yourself up. And then finally come down to the floor. As you come down, take the left leg, lift it towards the right, and then lower down. Hover and lift and hover. Lovely. And slow movement. So your lower back is flat on the floor. Breathe in and exhale as you lower. Feel this through the belly. Really pull with the lower abdominals to get the leg to lift and lower. Lovely. Going for 2 more. One last one. Take your left foot to the floor. Draw the leg across your body. Feel this nice stretch, connection with your IT band here. You don't have to go very far to feel that. And then come back to the center. Place both feet in the ring. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift your head and shoulders and roll yourself up to balance. And then bring your feet to the floor. Lovely. Ready for the other side. Left foot inside the ring. So you pull the knee in and straighten. Remember the knee's going past your rib cage and straighten. You're almost bringing the knee behind you. Lovely. And again. One last one. And then straighten the left leg. Tuck the tailbone and roll yourself down to the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, roll yourself up. Really push into the ring to aid the elevation. Inhale, exhale, rolling down. Staying in a lovely straight line. Breathe in, exhale, roll yourself up. Push to come up. Going for 2 more. Exhale, control the movement. And exhale and roll up. And just one more full one as you come down. Breathing in, exhale and rolling up. And then bring yourself all the way down to the floor. Lovely. And as the head rests, draw your right leg up and then hover just above the floor and lift and hover. Try and keep the limbs really long and the legs close together. And you're squeezing to lift and exhaling. And squeeze and exhale. Lovely. Going for 2 more. Lovely. And as you finish your next one, take the right leg all the way to the floor. Draw the left leg across the body, just till you find a little stretch in your left hip, in your IT band. And come back to the center, both feet inside the ring. Inhale, exhale, lift your head and shoulders, roll yourself up. Lovely. Bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. Super. Now, as you come up, pop the ring between your knees. So I like to go just above the knee. Some people might prefer to go just below. It really is a comfort thing more than anything. So feet parallel, you're already squeezing the ring a little bit, and then come down onto your back. And take your fingertips to your hip points, elbows off the floor, as you squeeze and then release. You want to exhale to squeeze and inhale to let go. Exhale and inhale. So find the squeeze on the inner thighs. Lovely. Exhale and exhale. Going for 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely. Now reach your arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, bring yourself all the way up. Reach your hands forward and then roll down. So you really have to squeeze the ring. Take a breath in. Exhale, rolling up. And exhale, rolling down. Now, if you want to come all the way up to sit like that, you're squeezing the ring. Don't have your feet too close to you. So notice my feet are quite far away from my bottom. If I bring my feet in, much harder to come up. So take the feet further away. That's it. And if you're not actually lifting all the way up to seated, don't panic. Do the version that you're doing. And breathe in. Good. You're squeezing the ring as you come up. Lovely. Now on the next one, as you exhale, come up and turn to your right. So left hand goes in the ring and come back to the center. Same on the other side. Right hand reaching across and center. And again, exhale and center. And again, don't panic if you're not coming all the way up. You're doing the very best you can. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the connection with the knees. And breathing out. Just one more each side. And then as you finish your next one, come all the way down to the floor. Bring your knees into knee fold and just reach your arms up to the ceiling. So you're going to breathe in and squeeze the ring, and breathe out and squeeze the ring. Breathe in, squeeze the ring, and breathe out and squeeze the ring. 2 more, squeeze the ring, breathe out and squeeze the ring. One last one, squeeze the ring, breathe out, squeeze the ring, and now straighten your legs and take the ring in your hands and reach your hands up towards the ceiling. Lovely. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the right leg. Come back to the center. Exhale the left leg. Control and center. And again, the leg is hovering just above the floor. And exhale. Lovely. On the next one, take your right leg down and now circle your left leg. But keep the hips really still, so not disturbing the right hip at all. Just one more circle, then change direction. One last one. As you come back to the center, bring your right leg up. Lower the left leg with control. Circling the right leg. Control the left hip. So it doesn't need to be a big circle at all. You're keeping the hips flat on the floor. One more that direction, change, circling, lovely, for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the center, bring both legs up, tuck your toes into the handle. As you exhale, roll yourself up to a seated position. Take a breath and then bend your knees and bring your feet to the floor. Lovely. Now, pop your feet in between the ring and come down onto your back and take your hands beside your head. So one hand to each side of the head. Bring your knees into knee fold. So you're pushing the knees into the handles and then lower the toes down. So all the time the knees are pushing out. Exhale to lower and inhale to lift. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale. So you're feeling this in the IT band down the side of the leg. You're also feeling it in the transverse abdominis, the lower belly. You're keeping the ribs drawn down towards the hips, so not lifting the rib cage. The back, you will feel some gap. There'll be fresh air under your back, and you're pushing the knees into the ring. Lovely, and breathe. Going for 2 more. One last one, and then bring your knees in towards you. Just circle your back so that you're resting. Lovely. And then circle in the other direction. Brilliant. And then straighten your legs. Take the ring between your shins. So put the handles on the sort of fatty part of the calf and reach your hands up to the ceiling. As you exhale, lower the feet just halfway and lift. Exhale and lift. Not trying to arch the lower back here at all. You're staying within your comfortable range of movement. So really don't increase the arch in the back as the legs come down. And if it does increase, maybe you're going too far. Control the feeling in the belly. So not doming the belly, but drawing the navel to the spine. You want to have a really good connection there. Lovely. Just for 3 and 2 and last one, and then bring your knees in towards you and take a little rest and maybe massage your back into the floor and roll the other way. Lovely. Now pop your feet inside the ring again. We're going to do corkscrew. So again, the connection is strong between your calves and the handles of the ring, and you're going to circle those feet. So they really can't go very far. It's a limited range of movement. And your fingers on your hip points to keep the hips level, elbows off the floor to challenge your balance, circling the feet. And then circling the other direction. Lovely. For 3 and 2 and 1. And now bring your knees in towards you. Hug your knees. Pop the ring between the knees and take your feet to the floor. So the ring between your knees. Reach your arms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, lift the bottom and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. So it's a hinging from the hip movement, lifting and lowering. All the time you're squeezing into the ring and squeeze and squeeze. For 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely. And now bring your knees into knee fold And take your hands behind your head. We're going to squeeze the knees together and release. And squeeze together and release. And again, you'll notice that the lower back has got its natural curve. You're bracing through the belly. Elbows are wide, head and shoulders flat on the floor. Bringing the knees towards each other and letting go. For 3 and 2 and 1. Now hold the knees here and straighten your legs. So you're pinching the knees together the whole time. Straighten the legs and bend. And straighten and bend. Lovely. Breathe. Try and point the toes and breathe. Just for 3 and 2. One last one, and then draw your knees in towards you and take a little rest. Lovely. And then take your feet in between the ring and bring your feet to the floor. So same movement of the bridge, you're going to lift up and lower. Pushing the knees out to the side, squeezing into the glutes, and lift and lower. Going for 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Now bring the ring into your hands and bring your feet to the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, lift up. And then as you come up, bring your feet off the mat, straighten your legs and hold it there. Take the ring over to the right and center, to the left and center. One more each side and left. Bring your feet to the floor and roll down onto your back. So we're going to go for teaser. Straighten your legs. Inhale, exhale, roll up and roll down. Just going to do 2 more. Exhale and roll down. One last one. Exhale and roll down and draw your knees in towards you. Pop the ring to one side, bring your feet to the floor, drop both knees over to the right, stack the left foot on top and back to the center. Same to the other side, both knees, the right foot on top and come back to the center. Going to do this one more on each side and center. One more on the left and come back to the center. Bring your knees in towards you. Roll yourself up to a seated position. Lovely. And ready to come onto your side. So we're going to go for oyster with the ring between your knees. And again, I like to have it just above the knees. And then lie down onto your side. So you can prop your head up with your hand. Keep this underside of the waist really long so there's a slight gap. Now look towards your knees and your hips. Top hip wants to be on top of the bottom hip. A nice straight line here. So you're going to squeeze the knees together and release. And squeeze and release. So grip from the inner thighs and release. Keep your waist off the floor and lengthen into the side of the neck. Lovely, really good. Squeeze and release. Lovely. Going for 3 more. And just 1 more. Lovely. Now come up onto your left elbow. You can bring the top foot off the bottom foot, bring the knees together and open. So you're still lining the knees up one on top of the other. And you can reach your top arm up to the ceiling. Lovely. And squeeze. Try not to lean back. Knees staying in alignment. You can just check that the top knee comes on top of the bottom knee as the knees come together. Lovely. Just 1 more. And then finish. Now place the ring between the ankle and the knee and lie yourself down into a straight line. Lift the waist off the floor and now lift your legs. Point the toes and squeeze those legs together. Waist is off the floor. Come onto just 1 finger of support. Then you're going to squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Your head is rested on the bottom arm, or you're maybe padding it with a cushion. Just 1 more, and then hold it there. And now bend your knees so that you can come onto your tummy without letting go of the ring. Now place 1 hand on top of the other, 1 arm on top of the other, sorry. Chest is off the floor. We're going to straighten the legs and bring the heels in towards your bottom. And again, straighten and bring them in. Breathe out and in. See if you can almost get your belly off the floor. Lovely. And breathe. For 3 and 2 and 1. Hold this next one. Hold it there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then release. Hands under your shoulders and push back into pose of a child. Sit into your heels. And come up onto your hands and knees, ready to do the same on the other side. So coming down onto your side, the ring between the knees, above or below, knees are bent, heels line up with the mat. Lie down onto your side, prop your head up, and just check this top knee alignment as you squeeze together and open. Yeah, good. Bring your waist, your side waist off the floor, just a millimeter. Lovely, and squeeze. Lovely, just for 2 more. And as you finish, come on onto your right elbow, lift the top foot, and continue to squeeze, continue to squeeze. You can bring your top arm up, and squeeze. Strong connection with the inner thighs. 2 more. And as you finish that one, put the ring between your knees and your ankles. Straighten your legs out. Lie down onto your side. Lift your waist off the floor. Lift the feet. Point the toes. And squeeze and release. Going for 2 more. And as you finish, bend your knees. Come onto your tummy again. One arm on top of the other. Lift the waist off the floor. Bring the heels all the way in and out. In and out. I've lost my ring, so keep the movement going. Yeah, you're feeling this in the hamstrings. Try and get the waist off the floor, lift out of the shoulders, lift out of your elbows. Going for 3 more. And on your next one, just hold it there, hold it, for 3, and 2, and 1, and release. And sit back into pose of a child. And take a little rest. And then come up onto your hands and your knees. And come into a seated position again. Pop the ring around your feet. Bend your elbows and pull yourself forward. Stretching the hamstrings and the lower back. And then gently curl yourself up. Take the right foot into the ring, straighten your leg. Take the ring with the left hand and open your right arm. And reach behind you with that right arm. So you're pointing down to the floor rather than lifting it. So reach down, straighten the left leg. And come back to the center. Same on the other side. Left foot. Holding with the right hand. Turning to look to your left. Lovely, and then come back to the center. Brilliant. And take your feet apart. This time bend your knees and reach into your hands. And exhale, push down into the ring. Let your head drop in between your arms. So you're stretching the lower back, stretching through the shoulders. And gently curl yourself all the way up to a seated position and straighten your legs out in front, holding onto the ring. Turn all the way to the right and come back to the center and all the way to the left and center. One more over to the right. Center, one more over to the left and come back to the center. Lovely. Now bring your knees in towards you and come up so that you're sitting onto your heels. And then straighten your legs, looking in towards your shins. Then take a breath and exhale, round the back, roll yourself up, coming all the way up to stand. Lovely. Grab your ring and bring your right knee up, holding the ring in front of you. One more breath. Open the right knee out to the right. One more breath. Grab the ring with the right hand and extend. And then bring everything back to the center and release. Same on the other side. Lift your left knee, holding. Open your left knee wide. Grab the ring with your left hand and open wide. And then come back to the center and release. Lovely. And then just take your hands down in front of you, tuck your chin to your chest and roll down towards the floor. Take a breath in, exhale, roll yourself up, place the ring on your hip and lift your left leg and then your left arm and just hold that balance. One more breath and release. Same on the other side. Slide the leg out to the side, reach your arm up, push into the ring. And release. Coming back onto your first side, slide the leg out, reach your arm, and then lean over to the right. One more breath. Bring it back to the center, other side. Reach up, lean over to the side, not forwards or backwards. And then come back to the center. Lovely. And just place the ring on the floor. Grab hold of your hands, soften your knees, pull your hands down, lift your chest, look straight ahead of you. And then gently release, still with the knees bent, round the upper back, hands on your thighs. And then stick your bottom out behind you, circle the bottom around, looking for spinal mobility. Think of the bottom circling rather than the knees, and take it in the other direction. And then gently roll yourself all the way up. And coming to your finishing position, feet parallel. Just shrug your shoulders up and down so that they're in place, arms alongside your body. Close your eyes. Find that feeling of buoyancy and lightness. Take a breath in, expand the ribs, and exhale. And again, inhale, breathe, and exhale. One more time, breathe in, exhale, and finish. Thank you, everybody. See you all next time. Brilliant.